Welcome to the Tech Tea podcast, where we decode how tech leaders are shaping the future, one smart decision at a time. I am Divyagiri, executive editor at India IT 360, and today I'm excited to bring you an inspiring conversation with one of the brightest minds in tech, Mr. Kalyana Chakravarthy, Group VP at GRT Jewellers. Today, we will be talking about the transformative potential of agentic AI. In this episode, we'll discuss the fundamentals and practical business impact of agentic AI, how to scale AI for real world growth while maintaining a human touch, real life stories, and future trends set to reshape retail and jewelry. Let's get started. So, you have had a remarkable career in technology leadership. What key moments shaped your approach to innovation and decision making in today's fast moving tech landscape?
Thank you, Divya. It's a great question, right? It takes me back 25 years. Recently, this month, I completed 25 years of experience, and I started my career as a guy who just carries a toolkit to service computers, right? Go to people's homes, service computers, get your fair share of service fee from it, right? From there to today, where we are talking about AI, it's been a phenomenal journey. One of the most key moments I would say is that the starting of my career, and every time I've changed the industry in technology, I think every one of it has been a great moment for me because I moved from marketing to technology. I was a call center engineer. After that, I moved into banking. I moved into healthcare, retail space, and now back to retail. Right? It's been a phenomenal journey. Learning has been the consistent one thing which is my best friend for so many years. And the most important thing of all is that um, I cannot stop thinking about the customer wherever I am. Right? The most important thing for me is the customer and how my customer is experiencing the product which we are delivering to the end user or the customer. And that shapes the way I have delivered or I have learned. And one of the most important things is that uh, during crisis, I have learned how to be calm. Right? There are a lot of people who say that, oh, you look very cool during a very big issue. How is it that you are not moved by this issue? I said, I am concentrating on it. It's just that I'm not reacting to it. I will get things done. Right? At the same time, one thing which I have learned a little later in my career which I have as a characteristic is that I love being uncomfortable. I don't like getting comfortable very soon. So the moment I start getting comfortable, I either move something or some or the other things in my career. And I have moved industries, I've moved cities, and recently, 1 year back, I moved to Mumbai. Today, I am in Chennai in a completely different industry, and I think I've learned a lot during this. And lastly, unlearning is also very important. You come with a lot of baggage when you go through different industries and different years of experience, right? And unlearning and learning is the most important part when you have to be successful in every career choice you make. Thank you.
That's fascinating, Mr. Kalyana, and it really sets the tone for how leadership in technology is shaping. Building on that journey, agentic AI is becoming a major talking point in tech. How would you describe it in a simple terms, and why do you think it's relevant for industries like retail and jewelry?
Agentic AI in simple terms refer to AI systems that can make actions proactively, not just to respond to commands, right? But an actual decision making capability or plan steps and even learn from results without being told what to do every time. Think of it like moving from a smart assistant to a smart teammate, right? One that doesn't wait for instructions but helps run parts of your business intelligently. For industries like retail and jewelry, this is a game changer. Imagine AI that can monitor your sales trends, predict demand, adjust inventory, or even personalize customer outreach in real time, all without needing constant input. It's not just automation, it's just intelligent delegation. In high touch sectors like jewelry, I feel when customer experience and timing are everything, Agentic AI can help businesses move faster, reduce friction, create a deeply personalized, data-driven experiences, but that still can feel human.
Right tools and systems are scalable and can grow along with the business without creating bottlenecks.
It's a very, very important question, right? Everyone is, AI is very new, but at the same time, everyone is talking about scalability, right? Scalability is not just about handling data, right? It's about building foundations that can adapt to the business evolution. Right? For me, it starts with three core principles, right? Modularity, interoperability, and governance. First, we design AI systems that are modular in a way, right? So we can plug in new capabilities or scale parts of the system without needing a complete overhaul. Second, we ensure interoperability because AI needs to play well with the existing systems. Because when the existing systems are made sure that they're able to talk to each other, whether it is your CRM or your ERP or analytics platforms, if it's in a silo, it's a bottleneck. And third, and this is often overlooked, right? Strong data governance. AI can't scale if the data is messy, untrusted, or untraceable. So we invest early in clean pipelines, metadata, and feedback loops. And finally, we align AI use cases to business priorities. It's not about building the biggest model. It's about creating value, then scaling what works. When AI grows with the business, not ahead of it, that's when it becomes truly scalable.
Okay, that's explained very well. That's a key point. Scalability makes or break any tech investment. So, can you share any real outcome or success stories where agentic AI or similar tools have made a visible difference, whether in efficiency, customer experience, or operations?
I am new to the overall, AI, everyone talks about this very well. I have been part of some conversations, and the retail and jewelry industry is completely new to me. Even though I understand the back end or the operations and how retail works, every industry, every niche industry like jewelry is very, very important because the way we interact with our customer changes in every other business like this, right? Where every purchase in jewelry and retail is always emotional, often symbolic and deeply personal, right? The key is to treat AI and automation as enablers of the human touch, not replacements for it. Um, we use AI to handle the background complexity, things like product recommendations, inventory checks, or personalized messaging, um, so that our frontline teams can focus on what really matters, because the guy who is on the sales desk doesn't have to worry about anything else. He is only worried about building relationships with the customer who is just standing right in front of him and telling stories and offer genuine care, right? That there is an empathy, that he cares that the customer needs a certain product. That's going to be that. And think of it like AI is doing all the heavy lifting and people can do the hard work, right? So they can put their heart into the work and get the best out of for the customer service. When we do this right, automation actually enhances the people experience. It helps sales executives know their customers better, respond faster, and make interactions feel curated rather than generic, right? The balance between intelligence and empathy is where I see that future ready brands are going to be at.
Incredible. Those tangible outcomes always speak volumes. Now, since customer experience is at the core for you, as you mentioned before we begin the webinar, sorry, before we begin the podcast, in a people first industry like jewelry, how do you balance automation and AI with the personal touch customer expect?
Um, See, it's a great question, right? Because everyone wants AI to come and do magic, right? It doesn't work that way. AI is not a silver bullet where it can solve all your problems. And You can have the most advanced AI models, but if you're not solving a real business problem, or or if the data which is given to the AI is not great and it's poor, it won't move the needle. Early on, I've seen a lot of projects, right? Incredibly technical and super sophisticated, but they lack business alignment. I've been part of so many startup conversations with people. I've been mentoring a lot of kids who are from universities who are setting up startups, and the problem is that they are building sophisticated AI solutions, but uh, they lack business alignment, or they are not able to simply connect it to a specific business and improvise that, right? And and some of these startups didn't actually land. And the second big lesson is around people and adoption. You can build AI in the lab. You can run it. You can show some extremely good figures, which can be industry leading and all of it, right? You've recently seen a lot of war between brands showing off that this is much better than that and all of this, right? But the real challenge is getting the frontline teams to trust it and use it and embed it into their day-to-day workflows. That requires strong change management and clarity, not just code, right? Now, something that's often overlooked is in the AI hype is governance and compliance. In regulated industries and high touch in sectors like jewelry, regulated industries like banking and financial services, you simply can't afford just a black box AI. We have to be very deliberate about explainability, audit trails, ethical use of data, building trust, having clear policies around data ownership, bias, and decision accountability. Risk is another key area. A rushed AI rollout without guardrails can create reputational damage or even compliance exposure. That's why it is very necessary to embed risk reviews and governance frameworks into every AI initiative, just like we would do for all our financial systems and all of our very important important activities when it comes to financial institutions or transactions. And finally, I've learned to resist over engineering, right? Sometimes the most effective way is the simplest, and solve one problem well, prove value, and then expand. Don't build for scale to start with, but build for trust on the product and then look for scale into the future.
That balance between innovation and empathy is so crucial. What have been some of the biggest lessons from your journey with AI so far? Are there any common mistakes that you think tech leaders should avoid?
Yes, I think in the very minimal AI experience I've had in the past 2+ years, one of the things I've learned a lot during my AI journey is that it's just not about technology. It's about leadership, the mindset, and the humility. Communication is the key. What will AI do in your organization is going to be the most key part to communicate with your people. We can talk about big technology, uh, industry trending terminologies and technologies. But at the end of the day, how are we communicating with the people is going to be a very important thing. Because AI is just not a magic wand, which will, when you go and tell that, okay, we are doing AI now in the company and this is going to change everything for us and everything. It's not going to be as simple as that. It's going to be only as good as the problem it's solving, right? And the data it's trained upon. The people behind it also make a big difference. Early on, I've seen projects fail because they were only tech first, not value first. Solving cool problems is great, but not the right ones is the biggest problem. And something I have seen is not to over engineer. I've learned the simplest, focused AI solution often outperform the big, shiny, complex ones. Start small, show impact, and then scale responsibly. The reason why I say this with utmost importance is that scaling responsibly is only going to give us a control on the governance aspect of AI. So if I have to sum it all up, right, keep it real, solve what matters, bring your people along, and just don't chase complexity for the sake of it.
Yeah, valuable lessons, Mr. Chakravarti, for leaders tuning in today. That's a treasure trove of wisdom. Now, looking ahead, how do you see agentic AI transforming the way retail businesses operate in the next few years? What excites you the most?
Um, I am a big shopper, right? I shop more than my wife and my kids. They hate me for it. Um, and if you are asking me about retail, I look at it as a shopper first and then a tech guy, right? For me, I am extremely positive and the kind of potential AI or the potential agentic AI has in the future is it can fundamentally reshape how retail operates, right? Not just making things faster, but by making businesses smarter and more adaptive to their core. Imagine AI systems that just don't wait for input but actively monitor trends, predict shifts in customer behavior, and then take meaningful action, whether that's adjusting supply chains in real time, creating hyper personalized shopping experience, or even optimizing store layouts based on footfall data. Right? What excites me most is the shift between being a reactive industry to a proactive industry. Retail won't just respond to customers; it will anticipate them. We are moving forward to a world where every part of the business, from merchandising to marketing to service, is continuously learning and evolving. And industries like retail, where every customer interaction carries some emotional weight, agentic AI can empower staff with insights that feel intuitive, timely, deeply personal, and without losing the human connection. I think it's a blend of automation and empathy at scale that excites me. And I think the brands that get this balance right will be the ones that truly lead in the next wave of retail innovation.
That's vision paint a really exciting picture for the future of retail. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Kalyana Chakravarti. Your insights today has truly illuminated what's possible when technology meets vision and experience. To our listeners, if you enjoyed the discussion, don't forget to subscribe, follow India 360, and stay tuned for more groundbreaking conversations with tech leaders. Innovation never stops, and neither do we. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected.